Two luxury giants born from different worlds, locked in a rivalry that shaped fashion itself. From Florence, Gucci dreamed of leather goods that spoke of power and glamour. From Paris, Louis Vuitton built trunks that transformed travel into elegance. Over decades, their paths collided in a battle of creativity, scandal, and reinvention. Family feuds, shocking murders, billion-dollar corporate wars, and daring designers fueled a clash that went far beyond fashion. Today, Gucci and Louis Vuitton are more than brands. They are symbols of culture, wealth, and influence, competing for the crown of global luxury. This is the untold story of fashion's greatest rivalry. Gucci versus Louis Vuitton. In the heart of Florence, a young hotel worker named Gucci spent his days carrying the elegant luggage of Europe's elite. He studied every stitch, every detail, dreaming of crafting leather goods that whispered power and prestige. Meanwhile, across the Alps in Paris, Louis Vuitton had already reshaped the art of travel. His revolutionary flat-top trunks defied weather and fashion, turning journeys into statements of wealth. These weren't just products, they were symbols of ambition. One brand was born from Italian passion for craftsmanship, the other from French mastery of innovation. Two destinies, two visions, destined to collide on the global stage. And as each empire rose, the question began to linger. Which house would stand as the true king of luxury? The battle lines of fashion's greatest rivalry had just been drawn. By the mid-20th century, Gucci had transformed from a small leather workshop into a global fashion statement. Hollywood stars like Elizabeth Taylor and Grace Kelly carried Gucci bags, while the iconic bamboo handle became a symbol of glamour. The horsebite loafer soon followed, cementing Gucci's status as the brand of the jet-set elite. But behind the polished storefronts and flashing cameras, cracks began to show. Family members fought for power, each one pulling the company in a different direction. Whispers of greed, jealousy, and betrayal threatened to unravel the empire just as it was reaching its peak. While the world adored Gucci's bold Italian elegance, an unseen storm was brewing. The question was no longer whether Gucci could dominate the luxury world. It was whether the house could survive its own family drama. While Gucci dazzled with glamour, Louis Vuitton leaned into something far more powerful: timeless identity. The famous LV monogram, designed in 1896, wasn't just decoration. It was a shield against counterfeiting and a mark of untouchable prestige. By the 20th century, owning a Vuitton trunk meant you belonged to the world's most elite travelers, the kind who turned every journey into a display of status. Unlike Gucci's unpredictable family politics, Vuitton projected stability, heritage, and French refinement. Yet as the fashion world shifted toward daring designs and bold personalities, critics wondered if Vuitton's loyalty to tradition might leave it behind. Could a brand rooted in trunks and monograms keep pace with the drama of modern luxury? The House of Vuitton would soon prove it had far more than heritage. It had a plan to fight back. The 1960s marked a cultural explosion, and Gucci was perfectly positioned to ride the wave. Its bold prints, sleek handbags, and horsebit loafers became staples of the jet-set lifestyle. From Rome to Hollywood, stars flaunted Gucci, making it the unofficial uniform of glamour and excess. Meanwhile, Louis Vuitton remained rooted in its heritage, still celebrated for its monogram trunks and travel accessories. But in a world hungry for change, Vuitton's dedication to tradition felt dangerously close to stagnation. For a moment, it seemed Gucci had seized the crown of modern luxury, dazzling the world with Italian flair. Yet history has a way of humbling even the brightest stars. While Gucci basked in the spotlight, Louis Vuitton was quietly preparing to reinvent itself, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. The true battle for dominance was only beginning. By the 1980s, Gucci's glittering empire began to crumble from within. The family's power struggles spilled into public view. Lawsuits, betrayals, and bitter rivalries tarnished the brand's image. What once symbolized elegance now carried whispers of chaos. Sales plummeted, stores closed, and fashion insiders wondered if the legendary house could survive at all. Meanwhile, across the border, Louis Vuitton was plotting its ascent, merging with Moet Hennessy to form the powerhouse LVMH. While Gucci's name became entangled with scandal, Vuitton stood tall, fortified by corporate strength and strategic ambition. The tables had turned. Gucci, once the darling of Hollywood, now looked fragile and broken. And as Vuitton's empire grew stronger, one haunting question loomed. Was this the end of Gucci or the beginning of its most shocking comeback? Just when Gucci seemed destined for collapse, a bold new figure stepped into the spotlight. Tom Ford. With sharp suits, daring designs, and unapologetic sensuality, he reinvented Gucci for the 1990s. His collections dripped with provocation, velvet tuxedos, plunging gowns, and glossy ads that shocked the world. Suddenly, Gucci wasn't just a brand, it was a cultural phenomenon. Sales skyrocketed, fashion magazines couldn't get enough, and Gucci transformed from scandal-ridden chaos to the hottest ticket in town. Ford's vision gave the house something it hadn't had in years: confidence. Yet across the channel, Louis Vuitton was watching closely, preparing its own counterstrike. Could Vuitton, with all its heritage and resources, match the wildfire energy Gucci had unleashed? The stage was set for the next round in fashion's greatest rivalry. Louis Vuitton wasn't about to let Gucci's renaissance steal the crown. In 1997, Vuitton brought in Marc Jacobs, a designer known for blending elegance with rebellion. His move was bold. He launched the brand's very first ready-to-wear line, transforming Vuitton from a heritage trunk maker into a full-fledged fashion house. Then came the shocking collaborations: Steven Sprouse's graffiti monograms, Takashi Murakami's rainbow prints. Suddenly, Vuitton wasn't just classic. It was edgy, youthful, and unstoppable. Celebrities flaunted the bags, street culture embraced the brand, and sales soared into the billions. Gucci had its fire, but Vuitton had created a global storm. Yet the rivalry was far from settled. Behind the glamour and innovation, two powerful empires were preparing for a bigger war. One fought not only with designs, but with billion-dollar corporations pulling the strings. Behind the runway lights, an even bigger battle was raging, one fought by billionaires. Louis Vuitton's empire was powered by Bernard Arnault, the ruthless strategist behind LVMH. Across the field stood François Pinault, whose group, later renamed Kering, controlled Gucci. What began as a rivalry between designers became a corporate war of acquisitions and power plays. Arnault sought to swallow Gucci into his empire, but Pinault fought back, outmaneuvering him in a dramatic takeover battle that stunned the fashion world. Suddenly, Gucci wasn't just a brand, it was a prized weapon in a billionaire chess match. With two luxury giants locked in combat, the stakes were higher than ever. But the real question lingered: would creativity or corporate muscle decide the victor in this war of titans? The next round promised even more drama. The rivalry only deepened as scandal and spectacle fueled the drama. Gucci's name was rocked by the shocking 1995 murder of Maurizio Gucci, a crime that exposed the dark underbelly of the family empire. Meanwhile, Louis Vuitton waged its own war, not in courtrooms but on the streets, fighting a relentless battle against counterfeiters determined to cheapen its legacy. Yet both houses found ways to turn shadows into strength. Gucci leaned into bold creativity, reinventing itself for younger generations, while Vuitton blurred the lines between art, fashion, and celebrity. From runway spectacles to limited edition drops, each brand mastered the art of keeping the world watching. But as a new generation of buyers emerged, millennials and Gen Z with social media at their fingertips, the battlefield shifted once again. The fight was no longer about heritage alone. The war for digital dominance was about to begin. Today, the rivalry between Gucci and Louis Vuitton burns brighter than ever. Gucci has captivated younger audiences with daring designs, bold maximalism, and viral moments that thrive on social media. Louis Vuitton counters with unmatched resources, blockbuster collaborations, and the influence of cultural icons like Pharrell Williams. Together, they dominate luxury's multi-billion-dollar battlefield, each shaping not just fashion, but global culture itself. Yet the question remains, which house will define the future? Will Gucci's fearless creativity keep pushing boundaries? Or will Vuitton's empire of heritage and power secure an unshakable throne? In truth, the battle may never end. Like two titans locked in eternal combat, Gucci and Louis Vuitton continue to clash, evolve, and captivate. One thing is certain, the world will be watching every move in fashion's greatest rivalry.